Have you ever felt deceived or betrayed by someone you thought you could trust? Or maybe you've wished you had a special kind of intuition, a sixth sense, to help you detect when someone is lying or hiding something from you. In an ideal world, everyone around us would be honest and well-intentioned, but the reality is often far from that. We all encounter people who may present themselves as kind and caring, only to have ulterior motives that harm us in the long run. So, how can we protect ourselves from those whose intentions aren't as genuine as they seem? How can we identify the subtle signs that someone might not have our best interests at heart? In this video, we will explore the 5 key signs that can help you spot individuals with malicious intentions, so you can safeguard your peace and well-being. Get ready to change the way you view relationships and learn how to protect yourself from those who may not have your best interests in mind. If this topic speaks to you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Don't miss out on more videos like this that will help you navigate relationships with confidence and awareness. Subscribe now and join our community to stay up to date on how to protect yourself and live with peace of mind. Let's dive in. One of the most revealing signs that someone may have malicious intentions is a lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, a fundamental aspect of healthy, compassionate relationships. It manifests through actions like active listening, offering emotional support, and being genuinely concerned about someone else's pain or distress. Empathetic individuals are able to put themselves in others' shoes and respond with kindness, respect, and understanding, especially when someone is going through a difficult time. It is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships and is crucial for building trust and connection. However, when someone lacks empathy, they often fail to recognize or care about the emotional needs of others. Instead of offering support, they may dismiss, ignore, or even mock the feelings of those around them. For example, when a person expresses sadness or frustration, someone with a lack of empathy may change the subject or belittle their emotions, making them feel invalidated or unheard. This behavior can have a toxic effect on interpersonal relationships, leading to feelings of isolation and frustration. Over time, it can create an environment where people feel as though their emotions don't matter or that they can't turn to others for support. A lack of empathy isn't always immediately obvious, but if you start noticing a consistent pattern of someone failing to acknowledge your feelings, it might be a red flag. People who consistently show little regard for others' emotions may not have your best interests at heart and could be prioritizing their own desires over your well-being. This type of behavior often signals that the individual is more focused on themselves, their agenda, or their needs, rather than fostering genuine, caring relationships. In some cases, this lack of empathy could be a sign of deeper character issues or a manipulative personality. A person who regularly fails to empathize may not be capable of offering the emotional support needed in a healthy relationship, which can be particularly damaging if you're relying on them for trust and care. If you notice that someone in your life is consistently indifferent or dismissive of your emotions, it's important to carefully assess the nature of the relationship. Evaluate whether this person's behavior aligns with your values and whether it's healthy for you to continue investing in the relationship. Protecting your emotional well-being should always be a priority, and recognizing a lack of empathy is the first step toward setting boundaries and choosing healthier relationships. Manipulative behavior is one of the clearest signs that someone may have malicious intentions, and it can be incredibly subtle and difficult to detect at first. Manipulation involves using strategic words, actions, or even emotions to control or influence others, often without them even realizing it. The manipulator typically presents their requests in ways that seem reasonable or even beneficial to the other person, but in reality, their actions are designed to serve their own interests at the expense of others. One of the key elements of manipulation is the ability to disguise self-serving behavior under the guise of kindness or concern. A manipulative person might act friendly, caring, or even generous, but the underlying motivation is usually to gain something for themselves, whether it's control, personal gain, or an advantage in a situation. They might charm you with compliments or pretend to be in need, all while working to ensure they get what they want. The manipulation may not be immediately obvious, and you might feel torn between wanting to help or be there for them and feeling uneasy about their demands. One common tactic that manipulators use is guilt tripping. They may try to make you feel responsible for their problems or paint themselves as victims in a way that pressures you into behaving in a way that benefits them. For example, a manipulative person might say things like, "If you really cared about me, you would do this for me," or "I'm the only one who can help with this situation." These types of statements are designed to make you feel obligated, even when you might not want to help, or when helping would be detrimental to you. Manipulators can also be very persistent. They rarely take no for an answer and may push boundaries repeatedly until they get what they want. They often don't respect personal boundaries, seeing them as obstacles to overcome rather than limits to be respected. They may constantly ask for more of your time, attention, resources, or emotional support, often without reciprocating or considering your needs. This constant pushing can leave you feeling exhausted, used, or even guilty for not doing more for them. Another manipulation tactic is gaslighting. This is when the manipulator tries to make you doubt your own perception of reality. They may twist facts, deny past actions, or make you feel as if you're imagining things or overreacting. Over time, this can create confusion and self-doubt, making it harder for you to trust your own instincts or emotions. In relationships, whether personal or professional, manipulation can erode trust and create an unhealthy dynamic. If you find that someone regularly engages in manipulative behaviors, it's crucial to recognize it and take steps to protect yourself. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and honesty, and manipulation undermines all of these foundations. Pay attention to how someone's behavior makes you feel. Do you feel pressured, anxious, or constantly unsure of your own feelings? Are your boundaries being respected, or do you find yourself constantly accommodating their demands? Recognizing manipulative behaviors early on can help you set clear boundaries and prevent yourself from being taken advantage of. If you are dealing with a manipulator, it's important to be firm in maintaining your own limits and to seek support from trusted friends or professionals who can help you navigate the situation. Constant lying is a hallmark of people who seek to deceive and manipulate others. It becomes a tool they use to create an alternative reality that serves their own purposes. Lying allows them to hide the truth, avoid consequences, or gain unfair advantages. A person who lies regularly, even about small, seemingly insignificant details, is likely to lie about more substantial matters when it serves their agenda. The problem with this behavior is that it chips away at the trust that is fundamental to all relationships, whether personal or professional. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and when someone lies consistently, it becomes difficult to believe anything they say. Lying destroys the security that comes with knowing that what someone tells you is truthful, and it creates an environment of suspicion and doubt. In relationships with habitual liars, you may constantly question whether the things they tell you are true or fabricated, which can be emotionally exhausting and lead to confusion. This creates a toxic dynamic where the liar controls the narrative, and those around them are left in the dark, never truly knowing where they stand. The frequency of a person's lies can also indicate deeper issues, such as character flaws or psychological disorders. Some individuals have an almost compulsive need to lie, known as mythomania, which drives them to fabricate stories and manipulate others. In some cases, they may even start to believe their own lies, further complicating matters. Lying, in this case, becomes a coping mechanism or a way to control how others perceive them. If you suspect someone in your life is constantly lying, it's important to recognize the impact this has on your relationship. When lies are a regular occurrence, it's difficult to maintain trust and emotional intimacy. The truth becomes something elusive, and the relationship becomes built on false pretenses. A liar may go to great lengths to maintain their web of deception, making it even harder to break free from their influence. Pay attention to inconsistencies in their stories, their tendency to avoid direct questions, or their over-elaboration of details in an attempt to make their version of events more believable. These are often signs that they may not be telling the truth. To protect yourself from the damaging effects of constant lying, it's essential to assess the trustworthiness of the person and evaluate whether you can maintain a healthy relationship with them. If the lies are undermining the foundation of trust, it might be necessary to distance yourself from that individual and set clear boundaries. Envy is another harmful trait that can indicate someone has negative intentions or deep insecurity. It's more than just a fleeting feeling of jealousy. It can become a pervasive characteristic that drives people to subtly and sometimes overtly undermine others. Envious people struggle to rejoice in the successes or happiness of those around them. Instead of feeling inspired or happy for others, they may respond with coldness, indifference, or even sarcasm. Their inability to celebrate others' achievements often stems from their own feelings of inadequacy or dissatisfaction. When a person is envious, they often downplay or belittle the accomplishments of others. They may attribute someone else's success to external factors like luck or privilege rather than acknowledging their hard work, skills, or merit. This behavior stems from a deep sense of resentment and bitterness, as the envious person may feel threatened or jealous of the attention or admiration that others are receiving. Instead of channeling this energy into self-improvement or motivation, they focus on diminishing others. Envy can lead to destructive behaviors, such as spreading gossip or falsehoods about the person they envy. This may be an attempt to damage that individual's reputation or undermine their achievements. Envious individuals may want to level the playing field by reducing others' respect or admiration, rather than focusing on their own growth. In extreme cases, this resentment can evolve into open hostility or aggression, with the envious person treating the object of their jealousy with contempt or verbal aggression. The intensity of this hostility often correlates with the perceived success or happiness of the other person. One of the most challenging aspects of dealing with envious behavior is that it can be difficult to recognize at first. Envy can be hidden behind a facade of politeness or false friendliness, and it often manifests subtly in the form of backhanded compliments, dismissive remarks, or passive-aggressive actions. However, if you notice that someone consistently undermines your achievements, refuses to celebrate your successes, or constantly seeks to diminish your self-worth, it could be a sign that envy is at play. To handle envious behavior, it's important to remain calm and maintain healthy boundaries. If you find yourself dealing with an envious person, especially in a work or personal environment, it's best to stay professional and not let their negative energy affect you. Avoid engaging in petty disputes or retaliating, as this only fuels the cycle of resentment. If their envious actions start to impact your well-being or peace of mind, it's crucial to address the situation directly and assertively, setting clear boundaries. You may need to have an honest conversation with the person about their behavior and how it affects you. If necessary, distance yourself from them to protect your own emotional health. Envy is a destructive emotion that can poison relationships, but with awareness and careful management, you can protect yourself from its negative effects. Recognizing the signs of envy and maintaining your integrity allows you to rise above the pettiness of jealousy and continue moving forward with your own goals and aspirations. As we've explored, recognizing the signs of deceit, manipulation, and negativity in others is crucial to protecting your peace and emotional well-being. Whether it's a lack of empathy, manipulative behavior, constant lying, or envious actions, these behaviors can erode trust and create toxic environments. By being aware of these red flags, you can make more informed decisions about who you allow into your life, ensuring that your relationships are healthy, supportive, and based on mutual respect. If you recognize any of these behaviors in your relationships, it's time to assess whether they are helping or hindering your growth and happiness. Protect your peace by setting boundaries, being mindful of your emotional health, and distancing yourself from harmful relationships when necessary. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might benefit from this message, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content on personal growth and well-being. Thank you for watching, and remember, maintaining healthy boundaries is key to living a peaceful and fulfilling life. See you in the next video.